So there is a lot of momentum right now around addressable TV. And it's not surprising when you think about what brands are actually trying to do. We work with a lot of different advertisers, from the Fortune 100, big national brands, all the way down to local mom and pop shops in your local community. And one thing that all of them have in common is that they each are trying to reach their specific audience and solve for the fragmentation that is today's media landscape. It's complex and it's confusing. And one thing that addressable TV does is it allows you to do that, because in a single buy, you are precisely reaching your audience across traditional TV, across streaming, across viewership that might be happening on different devices, all around TV content. And so it's an incredibly powerful way to solve for that. And that's, I think, one of the reasons that we see so much momentum there.
And so when it comes to local, when an advertiser comes to you, is it by zip code, or how does that work to get these local audiences?
So we're able to help brands target their audience. We can look at a geo level, a market level. We can bring in other characteristics of the audience, just depending what's important to them. We can leverage the incredibly powerful data set that we have access to, looking at our aggregated household data as Comcast. We also have a lot of brands that will bring their own data and want to work with us. The key thing is that we're set up to do that very flexibly, very easily. And again, because this is such a incredible solution, adding addressable TV to a plan is the key to making sure that you have optimal frequency against your specific target, not just heavy frequency against people outside of it. Adding addressable to a plan actually creates additional reach and ensures you will reach a light TV household or a no TV cord-cutting household. Adding addressable is really a key to how you can build the most effective plan and the most impactful plan. And so I think what we're going to see going to next year is we're going to see more and more emphasis on addressable TV, not as a test budget, but as a must-have. We've already seen an incredible growth of emphasis on addressable TV in the upfronts. I think that is going to continue for us. And I think that what our partners can expect from us is that we are going to continue to push our technology and to leverage our data so that we can make more and more inventory enabled addressably for our advertising partners, as well as so we can help them to be that much more precise about what they can do and how they can leverage it as addressable TV as a full funnel solution.
Well, I just wanted to shift gears a little bit and ask you about live sports. A lot of brands want to participate in those kinds of moments where you have a lot of engaged fans and viewers. So what can you tell us about that, live sports, and what it means?
So live sports and television have been, together and tied to one another from the very, very beginning. I think literally the first TV ad that was ever shown was in a Brooklyn Dodgers game back in like 1941. So this goes back. And, advertising in live sports is as vibrant as it has ever been. We just came off an incredible Olympics year. One of the things that was so exciting about what happened in the Olympics, besides just the amazing, everything in Paris, was that we saw for the first time brands of different sizes being able to be part of the Olympics, because the Olympics was being delivered in traditional TV, but also a lot of that viewership happened in streaming, and that created an opportunity for programmatic execution, which really opened the aperture of who could be part of the Olympics, which was super exciting. The other thing about live sports is that it is incredible how much fans appreciate advertising or expect advertising in those moments. Half of live sports viewers appreciate and view the advertising in live sports positively. Not their favorite commercial, but advertising writ large. So it's an incredible place to be, because not only do you have an audience that's primed to see ads there and positively predisposed to see them there, but they also are so richly and deeply engaged in that live content. We say that it's only live once, because people will really organize their lives to see it in the moment. And being part of that for a brand is really, really powerful. The one thing I would say is that I think it is important to understand where and how fans are watching, because sports rights continue to move across different services and different platforms. And so I think it's important to be able to work with partners that can help you actually put that fragmentation back together and make sure that you are being part of live sports moments that happen in streaming, live sports moments that happen on traditional TV, because you have to understand where the reach is. For as much as live sports is vibrant in streaming, still about 70% of the reach happens in traditional TV. So you have to think about how you go across and work with both platforms as one to make the most impactful buy.
Well, finally, Pooja, is there anything looking ahead that you're excited about or people should know about?
So what's ahead? I think, looking to next year, advertising is constantly changing, so it's never going to be dull. But I am really excited about the fact that, when you think about the very, very rich data set and signal that we have, you think about the fact that more and more TV is becoming enabled for addressability, more and more TV viewership is happening across screens, including in digital platforms. I feel like 2025 will be the year that we really take a big step forward in terms of unlocking the very best of TV with the power of digital to make TV a full funnel solution.